Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Vintage Cube draft here on the channel. My name is Nikolai, and we're going to be diving straight into some Vintage Cube action here. Starting off with pack one, pick one. The cards that immediately stand out to me are Fast Bond, Underground Sea, Reanimate, and Force of Will, and Swords. Two Plowshares. I think Bond's a little bit more niche. You kind of want it when you have like wheel effects, so you can like draw tons of cards in one turn and make use of being able to play all those lands. Or you can combo it with like strip mine effects, but I'm not going to take that here without those support pieces. It's a little bit more niche. Force of Will is solid, but it is like kind of a commitment in terms of resources, and I'd rather just try to find something powerful to do. I really do like Reanimate. It's a very powerful like card in its own right, and I think it's like worth building around. There's also like Underground Sea, which is quite good to have access to. There's Swords to Plowshares for more fair game, and then there's Worn Power Stones for some fast mana. But I like taking Reanimate. I like kind of giving my deck a direction right off the bat. Okay, and then there's Ulamog. That's a fine card to Reanimate. It's indestructible, so it's hard to interact with. Does cost you 10 life, but I think it's quite good. I think I am just going to take Faithless Looting, though. It is like the perfect loot on turn 1, then Reanimate on turn 2. Just a perfect card for Reanimator. There is a Steam Vents, which can be good for mana, but I think Faithless Looting fits really well with my Reanimate card, and I'm down to continue pursuing this lane until the draft tells me I can't. Other powerful cards, Scarab God can do good work. Ulamog is a good like Reanimator / ramp target, and then Gideon's pretty good. Adonta Vanguard's good for aggro. I think Steam Fence would be my next pack out of this pack. It's just a very good land. But I like Faithless Looting. So now pick 3. There's already some extra options. So first of all, there is Charter Course, which is kind of the card for like the Reanimator style deck, where you can then draw 2 cards, discard your Reanimator card, dig deeper towards your Reanimate. But I also like this Scalding Tarn, which could be very useful because if I do get like a couple of fetches, I could potentially play 3 colors or things like that. Charter Course also is a super high priority for a lot of decks. And then there's just the most objectively powerful card in the pack, which is Raphellos, which is just a great card for like a mono green deck. And I'm actually going to take that. I know it's kind of close with the Scalding Tarn because these 2 cards go in completely different types of decks, but seeing a Raphellos here kind of makes me think that maybe people nearby aren't trying to draft heavy green decks. And so I could end up with a very good version of it. And then we get a little bit rewarded here, seeing an Oracle of Moldiah. There is like not a lot for the Reanimator deck that we would have wanted to draft. Bribery is a pretty good card. Darkslick Shores is a fine land. But Oracle is really good, and it is a good card to curve Raphellos into, because you can actually cast the Oracle off of the Raphellos and then check the top of your library. So glad we took that speculative pick. Okay. Gilded Goose isn't the best because it can only tap for mana once. The fact that it can get like life gain is pretty nice, though. I think Skyclave Apparition's pretty good as well. And then there's Riftwing Cloudskate, another card that I enjoy. The green decks tend to be very heavy green and really just want accelerants. I kind of just want to take the Gilded Goose. Skyclave doesn't necessarily go in the same deck as Raphellos because it's like a heavy white versus a heavy green commitment. Swords aren't the best. I think Cloudskate is my next pick, but I'm just going to take the green accelerant. Wall of Blossoms, Mirari's Wake, Venser. I like Venser a lot. Wall is a fine defensive play early as well. So here I think it's between the Wall and the Venser. Kind of abandoned my first 2 picks, but that's okay. Totally fine doing that. I think I'm going to take... Wall is a good sideboard card. Doesn't necessarily fit this deck. It's more of like a good defensive card. I think Venser's more powerful. Let me get a Llanowar Elf. Pretty much nothing I would take over this. Taiga would be my next pick, I think, in case I want to splash red for a big top-end card like a Tarkai. Now there's Karn. Fine card to ramp into. It keeps the card advantage flowing in a heavy green deck. There is a Shipwreck Marsh, but that's not really the lands I'm looking for. So Nature's Claim is a fine sideboard card, but I'll take the Planeswalker. Fast Bond came back. Is there a chance I get combos with this? Ramenev Excavator. It's not really the mass card draw. I think I'd rather just take a Woodfall Primus as a good card to ramp into. Not really in the market for a Heartbeat of Spring. I guess I'll take Gideon just in case. And now a dual land over the Oblivion Stone, which is probably worse for me than my opponents. We'll just take a random black card just in case. Take the land now. Got kind of a game plan going here. Maybe like a green-white ramp style deck. Got a couple of payoffs to ramp into that can get you card advantage. That's important. And then we have one top-end finisher right now. So I'm liking where we're at. And the fact that we've gotten past a lot of these cards relatively late is a pretty nice sign. And we could splash white for something. But again, we don't really want to splash white because this Rafellos incentivizes us to have all forests. So we have 6 cards right now. But we found a lane. We also kind of carved it out. We didn't really pass a ton of good green cards. I'm kind of wishing I'd taken Wall of Blossoms because it protects my Planeswalker. Maybe that's something I should have considered. Well, now we see Jace, so I'm pretty happy to have another reason to go blue. Jace is very good, especially to ramp into. And we'll just play the Venser as well. I like the Pilgrim. I like Signets, but I'd rather have Mana Elves. I think Botanical Sanctum's a good card for this deck. Portal's good, but we're just going to take Jace. And Venser will come in. So we're going to try to be heavy green, but if we get like the ability to put some like islands in our deck, we'll be happy with that. Okay, Muldrifter, there's Tovolar's Huntmaster. I like Prismatic Vista because I want to have as many forests as possible. This will come in untapped, but it can also get an island. And it works well with Oracle. Muldrifter's nice for card advantage. Karn is fine to ramp out, but I think the Prismatic Vista is great for my deck. Just great synergy with Jace, shuffling away, Oracle shuffling. Gets me, I can like get as many, I can get my like 2 islands out and then get as many forests as I want. Okay, Jiraga Tree Speaker is fantastic. Eternal Witness is solid as well. The rest of this pack isn't really for me. But yeah, we're off to a good start here, I'd say. Being willing to give up on that Reanimator path was pretty good. We did start with a fairly committal route, but we were willing to abandon it. And now we have a pretty good situation, I'd say. Interesting spot here. There is Renin 7 as like a card that we can ramp into that can like take over the game. I tend to like that sort of card more than a Scavenging Ooze, which is more of like a sideboard tool in this sort of format. It's like a fine main deck couple card, but I'd rather just take the Planeswalker, ramp into that. Like turn 2 Rafellos, turn 3 Renin 7 is just really good because then you can plus and then hit lands the rest of the game. Like ramping into a Planeswalker or an Oracle was really nice. So I'm liking where we're at right now. Double blue is a little bit tricky, but we can try to figure out how to make the mana work. Wow, and we get Primeval Titan. That's huge. There's also Nissa who shakes the world, which always feels like really, really powerful when you can get that resolved. Just doubles all your mana, essentially. I do like Primeval Titan more, I think. Because it also like doubles your mana and it's an attacker. I don't know, that's close though. If I wasn't mono green, it's pretty much obviously prime time, I think. Okay, and we'll take Courser. Another nice value. Helps us hit our land drops. Over the Ooze, which is a reasonable card for sure. We're very heavy green. We might not be able to play these double blue cards if we can't get some better mana. And then, yeah. So overall, I think the key pick was that Rafellos pick 3, followed by the Oracle pick 4. And then we kind of were willing to transition into this deck, which I think is looking pretty good. Pack 2 has been good to us. Oh, yes, another 1-mana elf. Sign me up. We really want to be able to go like turn 1 elf, on turn 3, we want to be able to deploy one of our big cards here. The Gilded Goose is probably going to be fine as a one-shot accelerant to get one of our key cards out, and then maybe gain us some life, be a fine blocker, generate some food to help us stabilize in certain matchups. And then we have all of pack 3 as well to find playables. Do we have any sideboard cards that we could play? Not really. And our mana is pretty medium right now, so we might not be able to play those blue cards, but we would still play the Vista as a shuffle effect. Well, it's getting more and more likely that we'll play it. This card's pretty great for us. We have a lot of good Planeswalkers to hit. This is a great card to ramp into, I think. Oh, yeah. Botanical Sanctum came back. Huge. Just the card we wanted to see. The first few turns are the most important. Having our lands come into play untapped is great. Tovar's Huntmaster. Nice, decent card to ramp into. And we got the Scoos back. We might be the only green drafter. We're just seeing every green card we want. It's like just play the most powerful cards that also happen to have a ton of synergy together. We have 2 different effects that let us play lands off the top. I actually kind of like Storm the Festival in this deck. We have a lot of good hits. Also some clunkier hits, but still. You're looking at the top 5. There's some pretty good stuff you can hit. And the flashback is nice too. Okay, pack 3. Wow, this is a heck of a pack. I mean, geez Louise, there's Mana Crypt and Gaia's Cradle in the same pack. Geez Louise. In natural order. I'm not as good of a natural order deck. Mana Crypt is really good, though. It helps you get off to a blazing start. Gosh, there's no way Gaia's Cradle wheels. But if I leave Gaia's Cradle and Natural Order in the pack, maybe Natural Order will wheel. I'm going to take the Mana Crypt. It's just so powerful to get out like a Wrenn and 7 on turn 3. And just, like, it doesn't need any setup, whereas Gaia's Cradle needs a little bit of work from the rest of my deck. Thrag, Tusk, Birds of Paradise. Dak Faden's pretty good. Not really from my deck as much. But Birds is nice. I wouldn't mind a Thrag Tusk. Ugin. Regrowth. Gargaroth. Kind of like Ugin. Gargaroth is nice with the Storm the Festival, so maybe I'm supposed to take that. But it feels like it just dies to everything. It just gets kind of obliterated by stuff. And Ugin's a great like card to ramp into. Yeah, I don't think Gargaroth is a huge priority for me. Getting another 8-drop is nice. Okay, there is Remand. There is Finale of Devastation, which is a good way to spend your 10 mana, or however much you have. I'm just going to take Remand, though. Just a pretty good blue card. Not in the market for Eureka. Stonecoil's fine. Augur of Autumn's also fine. Wow, getting a Cryptic Command to work would not work. I think we'll play the Court. Seems pretty sweet to ramp that out. So we have 2 lands here. So maybe we can get away with 6 blue sources. Kuro Tribe Elder's good ramp. Also can get us an island. Nykthos would be pretty solid too. A lot of double pips. If I was pure mono green, I would take Nykthos here. Because I have some blue cards, this being able to fix my mana is really nice. Wow, Time Warp and Natural Order. Natural Order is still good being able to get Woodfall Primus, but I think I'm just going to make my mana better. Even though it is a tap land. Yeah. That's a tough one. That was a tough pick as well. Rakdos came back. Perfect. So if we play 3 islands, is that enough? That gives me 6 blue sources, plus birds, 7, plus goose, kind of 8. Maybe I think I'll play 4 islands. And then 9 forests. I think I still want 17 lands, because I really don't want to miss land drops. Oh, Finale came back, that's great. That's another win gone if I get to enough mana. I did wheel the Natural Order as I expected. I just don't have Greater Hoof to go get, so it's not as good for me. Getting Prime Time is pretty good. By Prime Time, I mean Primeval Titan. So maybe I was supposed to do that. But I think the land is really nice because I don't want to cut down on my green sources. And a creature land can come in handy. Especially a hexproof one. I don't think I'm going to play the Tovolar's Huntmaster. I kind of like the Ragtusk in this deck. Having some Life King to fetch out, potentially. Card to hit with Storm the Festival. Old Stick Fingers. That's not the last time I've gotten the last pick. Or first time, I mean. Stonecoil Serpent generally does good work. If I add 3 islands, 10 fours, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Kind of 7, 3, 6. With all these 1-drop accelerants, I think this is pretty good. I could cut Tovolar's Huntmaster. But I feel like that just beats aggro decks single-handedly. I have the Scavenging Ooze as well, which can do good stuff. Let's just see if I'm playing any bad cards. I want all my 1-drops. Huntmaster could be cut. Finale could be cut. I don't really want to play 3 mana to get one of my 1-drops. But I think I'd rather just play Scavenging Ooze, because it's another solid hit off of my Storm of the Festival. Yeah, that's going to do it for the build. We'll have to see how it does, and I'll talk to you in the matches. It is once again time to shout out the P to the A to the TREON, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, spicing up the credits section of this video. If you are enjoying my video, you want to find out more about supporting my content and helping our community continue to flourish, thrive, and grow, check out the description link to the Patreon page. It is a place where you can support my content directly, gain access to some cool rewards like my tier list for each set and other bonus content, and you can choose any amount you want. It really does have a lot of flexibility to it, and it can be canceled anytime if you decide you don't like my content anymore or whatever circumstances come up in life. It really is a great system for helping to support the creators you enjoy. Hopefully I can count myself among one of those, but regardless, I hope you're enjoying this video so far, and without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round one. We will mulligan this one lander. And we will keep this two lander. Yes, please. We will ditch. So we can play turn 3 Jace or turn 3 Oracle. I think Remand is a fine keep here. I think Oracle's worse than Jace. We're definitely keeping our lands and our Rofellos. I think I want to keep the Remand too in case they kill my Rofellos, because then I still have something to do to slow them down before I jam my threat. I think I want to keep Jace, even though they're best friends. Maybe I really just want to get rid of Island. But then I can't play my Jace. Let me get rid of Oracle. It was between Oracle and Remand, I think, at the end of the day. Jace is a really good combo with Oracle, so I wish I could have kept them both, because you can put 2 lands on top and then essentially just draw 3 cards a turn. Mana Drain, okay. This is why I kept the Remand. Okay. Garrick can just kill my birds for no reason. So I have to do this, I think. I think I'm probably just dead. Mana Drain was too good for me to come back from. Into Garrick specifically. Now that is tough. Oh, man. I was thinking I could play Jace, but they'll just Mana Drain it. Give it my best shot. So a needle pulling thread. They're gonna kill my birds, unfortunately, because otherwise I could have resolved Jace. Oh no, they're killing the Augur. Okay. They also have Rofellos, and they're holding a Mana Drain. Such creatures. This can tap for mana if I level it up. Tap for 2, 3, 4. And then I'm actually going to take the long con and remand my own Jace to fizzle the mana drain. Then I have Woodfall Primus, which can take out a non-creature permanent. Oh gosh. Oh, they have so much mana. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can cast my Woodfall Primus to kill this Garruk. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, they just got the jump on me. I'm going to concede this game. Cannot win. Okay, against the mono green mirror. Don't want that guy. I could have taken a different line if I'd known I was against mono green, though the fact that they got to play like a turn 3 Garruk after mana draining my Raphaelos was just backbreaking. We would like to play first. We will keep this hand. Okay, they have Misty, nice. Ancestral Vision. Well, Remand kind of dumpsters Ancestral Vision. Hmm. So I'm going to try to save my Remand for Ancestral Vision. Hold up our counter spell. They know we have it, but they also don't know if we're bluffing or not. Two, three, four, five. Oh, if they have mana drain. Yeah, they have mana drain. Of course they do. That's bad. Oh, man. What was I supposed to do there? Was I just supposed to never cast a spell? That is likely, given the fact that they now have 9 mana to cast Terastodon and win. Yep. Okay. And they have the... Jeez Louise. They're not going to have to discard the hand size. Hmm. Mana Drain is a heck of a card. Maybe I mean, I don't know if I can just stop them from being able to cast it without, like, just doing nothing. Okay. That could be problematic. Ah, control magic. Current plan is to eventually ramp up to be able to cast Ugin. Can't play Afraid, even though they're going to control magic one of my guys. I'll still have something to work with. And if by some insane miracle they don't control magic one of my guys, I get to cast Ugin next turn. I'm just living on the Ugin train. Going off the rails on an Ugin train. Okay, so we know 2 of their cards. Oh dear. So I can remand their next play, then play Jace, bounce their Death Touch Wolf. I just remand control magic here, I think. And I will get to draw a card despite the Narset being in play. I'm never going to get to keep this Draga Tree Speaker. They just do nothing on their turn? Well, that is a card. And they control magic it. And then we Jace bounce it. Or we just Ugin -7. This is insane. What do they have? If they have like Venser to bounce my Tree Speaker, they gotta have something. They just not want to control magic my thing. If they do cast control magic, they'll be tapped out. I can Ugin -7. I'm -6. Actually, I can Ugin -4 and the control magic will go away and I'll keep my prime title. That's way better. Way better. I think this guy keeps his colors. He just becomes a black-green planeswalker or something. They should have taken my Tree Speaker, I think. But, I mean, with 7 cards in hand, they've got to have stuff to do with the mana. Oh, that is problematic. Beast Within. Okay, then they'll control magic my guy. But I'll get to Jace, bounce it. Oh, you're kidding me. Wow, that's brutal. Gaia's Cradle. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. If I draw Mana Crypt, that would be the best. That's why Mana Crypt is such a good addition to the deck. Oh no. What is it? What is it? Oh, Terastodon just dumpstering me. Never get to play. Why don't I ever get to play my cards that are good? They always take them. Oh my gosh. Do I even have an island left? I only have one. Oh my gosh. So I needed to play my Lumbering Falls to be able to play Jace. I'm just dead anyway. Just brutal. I guess natural ordering for my destruction guy would have been fine. Their deck is just like the same as mine, I feel like, but they just drew slightly better and they have mana drain. Like the fact that they got to mana drain plays twice. Maybe I was supposed to play around mana drain, but I feel like that's kind of hard to do in my deck. Just have to hope they don't have it sometimes. Maybe I was supposed to set up first, but they can just mana drain whatever and just still crush me. So yeah, that's how Vintage Cube goes sometimes. Welcome to round 2. We've got a great hand here. Tree Speaker into uses mana, play Scavenging Ooze into playing turn 3 Renin 7. If everything goes according to plan, which of course it will, because it's Vintage Cube. Everything goes according to plan every time. I could even consider playing Court of Bounty. But I think Renin 7 and start plussing is better. Oh no. The Saga. I knew it would work. Never doubted it. Oh, my beautiful, beautiful curve. Just gonna keep jamming. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's fine for me. Okay. So, I'm not going to play this court because they'll just steal the Monarchy. I want to set up for this Renin 7. Okay. And then next turn I can play Renin 7. Highness if I want. Make a big creature. Constructs being 3/3s is a bit worrying. Well, they must have a counterspell. Um... Which or their removal? Which one should I play? Ren or the court? I think I'm gonna play Ren. GT. Okay. The guys are 4/4s now. Gonna have to eat a creature before they can attack me. I wonder what they were holding up last turn. I could 0 Ren just to make this thing a monster. About. I think we're in great shape this game, but I need to make sure I stay on target. Wow. That's a whiff. I can actually play creatures off the top too, because I have Coven. That's going to be a good card. Don't want to deck myself accidentally. Okay, they know Remand is coming. Did I not use my Ren last turn? I don't think I did. That's bad. Gotta put all these lands into play. Not much to say here, just cruising. Sending in the goon squad. They're both going to die because the first one dies. I don't think they realize that. Because then they have one less artifact. Hi, Ugin. Welcome to the team. Nice to have you. I feel like they might have, like, upheaval or something. Okay. Let's just run that back. I wish I had some artifact hate. Also, I'm kind of sad that I have this blue splash. I think this deck would be a lot smoother if it was just mono green. Having to worry about getting islands is, like, kind of tough. But I do get a lot of power. Remand is actually a really good card. It's no mana drain, but it's a pretty good card still. Okay, this is a nice hand. Kind of the classic Gilded Goose problem rearing its ugly head. Where it's like, what do I want to ramp out? Do I want to ramp out my Courser, or do I want to save myself for the Oracle? Ah, Relic. And they miss a land drop. Interesting. Well, I'm going to play the Courser. Because if they kill that, I can play the Augur next turn. And I want to make sure I hit as many land drops as possible, and they don't have anything to do right now. I would not be surprised if they conceded as soon as I hit my next land. Just so far behind, it's really hard to make comebacks of this in Vintage Cube in this sort of matchup where I just kind of go off to the races. I'm going to do that, generate a mana. And then I can play Oracle and 2 split lands next turn, depending on what I find on top. I don't think playing Augur does anything. It does add a little bit of pressure, but I kind of like having the redundancy of these two. I wonder if playing the Elvish Mystic is good. I don't think so. It does give me a more consistent mana engine. Actually, it would have been way better because then I could have... I can kind of do all of the same stuff this turn. I can cast this off the top of my deck. But this way I don't have to risk it if oh, and there is a land on top. Nice. Oh no, am I gonna lose this game? Yep, Splinter Twin combo. Oh, that's a bummer. That is a good combo though. Great at coming from when you're not doing well in a game. Oh no, please don't hit your land. Oh no. Jeez Louise. Okay, burst lightning. They just don't want you to be. They don't want me to be able to cast Venser. I feel like they have the combo in their hand. You always kind of you should almost like assume they have the combo, so that you can just end the game as fast as you can. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I no longer have it because they killed the goose. Smart. Oh, the Jace. Oh, but I can't use that right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the lack of blue mana coming to haunt me again. They're just gonna come. No. Oh, it's a tap land. We're live. We can cast our Ugin. Thank goodness it costs 2 to equip. I was about to lose my whole board. Got there. That was lucky. I think they probably had the Splinter Twin. Or they're just playing this randomly, but that doesn't make as much sense. So we got the match win. I'll see you in the finals. Let's see if we can scrap together a 2-1. Welcome to the final round. I just realized that I didn't have MTGO full screen, so I apologize for that. That was, just forgot. We're going to mulligan this hand. We have all of our top end, none of our ramp. And this is much better. Oh my gosh. We're going to get rid of this thing. Just like incredible hand here. Turn 3 Primeval Titan. Let's send some messages to our opponent. We're going to send them some playful trash talk. Because we have the same avatar. Oh, they said GL. The most low effort of the polite responses. Second only to the U2. Oh, man. It took Fellows. Probably a smart decision. Still going to be a relatively early prime time, just not turn 3. If they don't kill Tree Speaker. Oh, they're playing Reanimator. This scavenging ooze is going to have a field day if I can live long enough to use it. Oh, please, no! No! Oh, no! I'm so close! Come on, Mana Crypt, one time! Oh my gosh, if I can Mana Crypt... Oh... They're playing Dismember. Well, that's the most obvious Dismember I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, they have to pay... Yeah. No! Oh yeah, it is Dismember. Okay. It's like, what's happening? They're gonna regret that in about... I don't know. Maybe as soon as I play my Skoos? Maybe not. Gosh. I just need to eat that Ulamog. Please! Ulamog cannot be allowed to live. I'm gonna play the Llanowar Elves because I don't want them to know I have Skoos. And I just need to one-shot eat their guy. And this way I can eat 2 creatures if they try to loot another one away with a Faithless Looting. Oh man, couldn't I have been on the play of Tassie Gray? Tassie Gray is fine. Out of here, Ulamog. You terrify me, and I don't want to deal with you. Okay, we're 1 land away from prime time. Things are good. We got our scavenging ooze down. Life is good. Okay, they are Faithless Looting. That means we can just eat whatever they put in their graveyard. Unless they also hit, like, Reanimate plus black mana. So maybe I was not supposed to eat right away. I was supposed to wait for them to cast. Oh my god, I may have choked this. Because I can just wait for them to target it and then eat it. Maybe I messed that up. I definitely did. Okay, lesson learned. Oh, thank goodness. Hopefully we can just hit a land here. Just rock out to our prime time now. Oh, well, that's not quite a land. But it will find us a land. Okay, so they're going to hit my Renin 7. No! You monster! You absolute monster! That's positively evil! Oh, that's mean. Oh, no. Farewell, Primeval Titan. I feel like I hardly knew ye. And now you're gone. Oh, no. No! Sorry. Farewell, Primeval Titan. You were so close to being mine. I tried to cast my spells, but you... No! My graveyard hate, my beautiful, beautiful graveyard hate! Well, this is a problem. Well, that could be good. Hmm. This thing can only hit non-creatures. Oh, no. Oh, no. I will cash in an elf to get a 6/6 or whatever that ends up being. Oh, dear. I only discarded one card. Oh, please. Woodfall Primus. No! No! Oh, I couldn't dodge. This is terrible. Oh, no. Just terrible. I'm in so much trouble. They're going to make their Valky into a primetime, and I'm just going to get buried. Buried, as they say. Oh, no. All of my best cards are gone. I'm in deep trouble. My Jace, my Ugin. This 6/6 is all I have left. My primetime's gone. Gosh. They use Tassiger, I'll give them Living Death back. Oh no, they don't have blue or green. Oh man, all of my biggest cards are gone. Man, that him hitting my Woodfall Primus was devastating. Sad day in the El Royale. What the heck does that mean? Whatever it is, it probably means a burn spell that does 3. Ooh, that could be nice. I'm ready though, because now if they try to make this Valky into a primetime and attack me with it, I can bounce it, or I can bounce it on their end step, and then I get my Primeval Titan back. It's all I've ever wanted. Primeval Titan to return. He is my birthright. Oh, you're kidding me. Well, luckily I have an extra forest lying around. Okay. Here he comes. Speed Racer. Hello, Valky. So they're gonna have to jump there. Prime time has returned! Yes, oh glorious day! They probably have a burn spell that does 3. Need to keep that in mind. I don't want to get hit by that guy again. Tis a frabjous day. Primeval Titan. And they're going to be able to bring back Croxa, so. Oh, I have some big stuff left. I have my Huntmaster. Okay. It all comes down to this. They have a burn spell plus a Croxa. I die. Yep, here he comes. What? No! It's a death touch creature! Oh, the pain! The pain! No! Okay, I think I can put them in a spot where they have to block both of my big guys, and then these three can get through. The little ones. So if I attack all, they have to go block, block, and they take 6. If they don't block these two guys, so they just block like there, then they die. No, don't do it, whatever it is. The Gilded Goose. No, now they don't have to do that. Oh, it's evil. Primetime with Trample is interesting. So if Primetime has Trample, and they go block there, which they have to do, they block there, take 1, plus 2, 3. Oh, they're 1 off. 1 off. But if they did block, but they still would have to chump here. If they block this thing instead and they chump this, they take 6. They take 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, they go to 1. So I have to just attack my 2 big guys. But I'm going to play this thing first because I'm a genius. And that way I will get to gain life. Okay, I got the Vista because now I can like shuffle my library to dig for whatever I need. Oh my gosh, I'm assuming they have a lightning strike in hand or a lightning bolt or whatever. Dante actually hit like the only card in my deck that keeps them alive, I think. I guess another 1-drop wouldn't have. Yeah, another 1-drop wouldn't have given them the extra toughness they needed. Maybe that's not correct. I have 1 land left in the deck, and I know I'm not drawing it. The silence before victory. This has been a long game 1. This is one of the downsides of Magic Online is the speed of play is much slower. Like if you look at the clocks, I've taken 5 minutes because the clock starts at 25, and they've taken like almost twice as much time as me. Which just makes games take a lot longer. So you just have a lot of time to think between them, which sometimes can be a downside because you're like thinking about all the stuff that went wrong, things you messed up. Okay, opponent. Here comes Croxa. Maybe the Pyromancer. Nope, Croxa. Oh, I forgot about that guy. Okay, so this is 6. It gets canceled by that guy. I then have 1, 2, 3 attackers. They have to block all 3. Oh. No, it's so tough. They can't bring Croxa back if I attack them. I should have shuffled because then I can get something other than Remand. Dang. I'll chump with Mystic, discard Augur. %, should have shuffled my deck. Oh, and they have the food token. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm gonna lose because I shuffle. Oh my gosh. Just brutal. So close so many times and then just couldn't close the deal. Maybe I'll draw Mana Crypt. Would be nice to draw that for once. Gosh. Can't believe I lost that game. I was so far ahead. Dante was just like hitting the miracle of the Gilded Goose. Oh well. Oh, the opponent is not playing quickly, which just makes me lose focus sometimes. Oh my gosh. They were supposed to bring in the finale of Devastation. Feel like I should have enough stuff to do with my mana. There's the Mana Crypt. I'll keep it to honor the turn 3 Ren and 7. Other than that, this hand is pretty bad. Folds to a Thoughtseize. Maybe I played around too much. Could have been right to just chillax and not play around them having a burn spell. I just thought that they did based on their attack with that Tassiger that one turn. Maybe that was something else. I was just 1 point of damage off. The packest of rats. Tails never fails. Yeah. Storm the festivals of the graveyard. Nice. I have 1, 2, 3. Don't want to have to deal with that quite yet. Oh my gosh. What does this cost? It costs 10 to flashback. Tails. Yes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, they all come into play tap. Never mind, I'm terrible. Hitting them with an 8/8 is still pretty appealing, though. Oh no. They still have that reanimator stuff going on. I didn't see which card they were reanimating, but it's in there. Maybe I do want my Scoos. Aw. Okay. I think we can beat Shieldred if they reanimate that. Damnation. Ooh, Jace is good. Shuffling away my prime time was greedy potentially, but yes, Tails coming in clutch. So Jace can bounce stuff. He can draw me cards. So now that I know they have Damnation and the Buried Alive thing, which I totally forgot about, this matchup feels a lot harder. They still have Gonti in there somewhere. But if they Gonti, I can bounce it, hit them for 10. No, actually for lethal because of my Lumbering Falls. Let's go. Maybe they'll time out in game 3. It would only be justice. They're just taking so long. I'm gonna wait for more information. Oh, I targeted it. Hmm. Maybe I was just supposed to play Thragtusk there. Probably way safer. I was kind of worried about them killing all my stuff again. Inquisition. Well, goodbye, Jiraga Tree Speaker. Got the win. Headed to game 3. Okay, we've been getting oodles of mana, and I want to be able to access my scavenging ooze more, so I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to cut the goose. Honestly, Renin 7 has not felt that devastating. I mean, it has made some massive tokens. You have Damnation. Tricky. Selfless Spirit out of the board. Side into green-white. I think Jace is too good to justify that. So is Remand. Okay, opponent is on the clock, under pressure. They took 10 minutes to play the first game, and so they only have 9 minutes left. They might make some subpar decisions or something. Okay, this is going to be one of the fastest Woodfall Primuses I can muster. Gonna keep this. Rafellos might just be worse than he looks because he just dies every single time he gets played. Early in the game, usually people have one piece of interaction they can use on him. If he does live, though, then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll be able to play a turn 3 Woodfall Primus. That would be pretty sweet. And if they don't have a swamp, even. I'm going to cast this instead of Woodfall Primus. mostly because I want to cut him off of black mana every time I get the chance. That way they can't Damnation very easily. Jeez Louise, that's a lot of good cards. Probably should have played my island so that I could get the my double blue spells online. But we got the win. Let's go. Battling back from a close match. Whew. Overall, very close draft. I'm not sure how much I love mono green. It feels a lot of it's like you just have to hope you have a good draw and that they can't interact with you, which does sometimes work out. Like that last game where they didn't kill our Rafellos felt like not close at all. But if it had a black mana, they would have Infernal Grasped it, and all of a sudden I'm just like in trouble. But it's an interesting deck to play, and certainly one worth knowing how to play. Not sure if the blue splash was something I should have pursued, but Jace is generally pretty good. Kind of like won us that last game. Venser's also pretty good, but double blue's tough in a heavy green deck. Like birds can help, goose can help. Overall, it's a challenge though. If you did make it all the way till the end of the draft video and you're watching on YouTube, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag Rafellos survived, because that's what happened in the final game. Or you could leave hashtag Renan 7 wins. Actually, I didn't win 7 games. I don't know. You could just say, yeah, but he was pretty cool. I actually won, I think, 4 games. So pretty close matches overall. But yeah, Renan 7 was like the card I saw the most, I think. Woodfall Primus finally got cast. Augur Bottom and Courser were just like nice additions. And then we finally saw Mana Crypt in that last match. Came in pretty clutch for us. But yeah, that's going to do it for this draft video. Let me know if you have any questions, thoughts, feedback. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. And I will talk to you next time.